Ricoeur, and therefore we are trying to understand the philosophy of Paul Ricoeur, and we have seen several aspects of the philosophy. As I said right from the beginning, we are seeing that Paul Ricoeur is talking about the concept of the subject, the human person. And in order to understand the human person, the concept of subject, Paul Ricoeur has analyzed various aspects which we have seen already. Another key dimension of the philosophy of Paul Ricoeur is the question of the politics. Paul Ricoeur also has written a lot about the philosophy of politics, and therefore, what is the political philosophy of Paul Ricoeur? Once again, everything is connected to the subject. Keep that in mind, including we are also a political animal in the sense that we are linked to politics. So politics here does not mean belonging to a party. Must keep that in mind. That is one way of doing politics, belonging to a party, contesting elections, and working on the ruling of the government or on the opposite side. That is the practical aspect of politics. But doing a philosophy of politics means trying to go to the principles that guide the political life. The principles, the way how political life should be conducted. So it is in this regard Paul Ricoeur talks about. Paul Ricoeur was basically against Marxism because, according to him, Marxism is a sort of a dictatorship. You see, the Marxism, you have the two parties, the bourgeois and the proletariat. The bourgeois are the rich people, normally the ruling people. The proletariat are the working class people. So what happens when there is revolution and the bourgeois can be defeated by the proletariat, and ultimately the proletariat they themselves can become bourgeois. So they can dictate terms. Also, the economic solution established by the Marxist theory cannot be used in the political realm. There are so many anomalies, difficulties in the political ruling or the economic guidance given by the Marxist system. And we know today that the Marxist system has failed, collapsed completely, except in few little corners. Otherwise, the Marxism has almost disappeared. Once upon a time, it became a very promising political trend all over the world. But today we know that Marxism has not succeeded much, and it has almost collapsed in all parts of the world except here and there in little corners. So Paul Ricoeur says that Marxism has not really brought any sort of solution. So in this connection, Paul Ricoeur brings out his own philosophy of politics, his own philosophy of the relationship in politics. So here, one of the important points that Paul Ricoeur is making is the question of justice. The question of justice. It says justice versus vengeance. Justice versus vengeance, which you can find in your notes towards the end. For Ricoeur, the vengeance is expressed in the rule eye for an eye, which is not justice but vengeance. So we see in the Old Testament, justice was considered, the concept of justice in the Old Testament was eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. That was the understanding of justice in the Old Testament. But according to Paul Ricoeur, this cannot be called as justice. He calls this a vengeance. If you are plucking somebody's eye and you have the right to pluck his eye, if it was considered justice in the Old Testament, according to Paul Ricoeur, this is considered to be vengeance or revenge. You attack me and I attack you back. To have justice, we must overcome vengeance, he says. To have justice, we must overcome vengeance. In the justice for him, the one of the third party, the judge, for example, requires the injustice, he says, there is the requirement of a third person. So there should be a mediator. So in order to mete out justice, you need to have a mediator. So somebody has done something for you and another has done something against you. You cannot take a decision unilaterally. So my friend, for example, Gleason, he is
Yes, Father.
playing basketball, and somebody else, my friend Shibin, is a small fellow. He hits him a little, not purposely, but by accident. And this Gleason, a mighty man, goes and hammers him. That is not justice. He has to call a third person and see what happened really, and who was at fault for what this man has done this way, and of course what is the punishment to be given. So a third party is required. So so the third party acts as a mediator between the criminal and the victim, setting a just distance between one and the other. So you need a third party to see the circumstances, see what has really happened. This is what we see in the system of the world. All over the world, we see we have a justice system, and in the justice system, there is a lawyer or there is a judge who takes the role of a mediator and sees what has to be done. So justice is not same thing as vengeance, and Paul Ricoeur calls what we see in the Old Testament is more a vengeance than justice. Then he talks about the golden rule and the new commandment. These are found in the New Testament in Jesus' preachings. We do hear about the golden rule and the new commandment. The golden rule is found in the New Testament, Matthew chapter 22, verse 39. Love your neighbor as yourself. That's the golden rule. Do unto others what you expect others to do for you. Love others as you. In this book, Oneself as Another, Paul Ricoeur's book, Oneself as Another, he says that golden rule establishes norm of reciprocity between the agent and the patient. The golden rule, you do to me as I do to you, or I do to you in the manner you do it to me. So it is an aspect of reciprocity. Reciprocity. The golden rule is the command of justice, where the new commandment is a commandment of love. So he's talking about we have to go beyond the golden rule and reach towards a new commandment. Go beyond the golden rule and reach towards a new commandment. The golden rule says that treat similar cases in similar ways. That's the golden rule. The golden rule says treat similar cases in similar ways. But in the new commandment, there is another logic, the logic of superabundance than the logic of equivalence. So, note this. Two sorts of logic he is talking about. One is the logic of equivalence, and the another logic of superabundance. Logic of equivalence and the logic of superabundance. What is the meaning? Logic of equivalence is same as the golden rule. So what is this logic of equivalence? Do unto others what you expect others to do for you. Do unto others what you expect others to do it for you. Equivalence. So I do to others what others do to me. So in the same manner, if you love me, I love you. So that's it. Equivalence. Whereas he is talking about new commandment, and in the new commandment, the logic is a different logic. What is the logic? It is the logic of superabundance. In the new commandment, what is the logic? The logic here is logic of superabundance. What is it? It is not a logic of, it is where in this logic, in the logic of superabundance, I give you more than what you give me. I give you more than what you give me. I give you more than what you deserve. I give you more than what you deserve. Hence, if the golden rule is ethical, the new commandment is hyper ethical, more ethical than the ethical. It is an extreme form of commitment. It is an extreme form of commitment. I just summarize what I said. So Paul Ricoeur is talking about two or three things. One is vengeance versus justice. So vengeance he calls, for example, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. He doesn't call it a justice, which was considered to be justice in the Old Testament. He calls such a thing as vengeance. Second, for Paul Ricoeur, in order to have justice, we have to have a mediator, a third person, and the person who has pain and the person who has suffered pain. So between these two, the criminal and the one who has suffered, there should be an arbitrary, a third person who has to listen to both the parties, and then only he has to give what sort of punishment. So two people cannot settle scores with each other. That is called justice for Paul Ricoeur. Next, he is talking about the new golden rule and the new commandment. So he says golden rule is what Jesus said in the Gospel of Matthew. What is that? Love your neighbor as yourself. So you have to love yourself, and in the same measure, you love your neighbor. Do unto others what you expect others do to you. So that he calls it that the logic of equivalence. I do to you what you do to me. You love me, I love you. You give me, I give you. So it is called equivalence because I give you in the same measure as you give me. Equivalence. Whereas Paul Ricoeur is pleading for a new commandment. And here, this new commandment goes beyond the golden rule. And what is the logic of new commandment? It is the logic of superabundance. That means I give you more than what you deserve. I give you more than what you deserve. So here, I don't count the way you give me. Even if you hate me, I love you. Even if you hate me, I love you. So, Paul Ricoeur sees the path towards true justice having three concentric circles. You can draw three circles on a piece of paper if you draw three circles. The first circle is outside circle. That is the law of vengeance. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. The outside circle. The second circle is the golden rule, where you give me in the measure, I give you. And the third circle is that of the new commandment, where I give you more than what you deserve. So this is an analysis of the aspect of justice according to Paul Ricoeur. We can put the whole subtitle as the concept of justice according to Paul Ricoeur. Am I making things clear?
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Anybody who is not clear?
Yes, Father.
Hello. Class in the.
Jayant, are you there?
Yeah.
Jayant, are you there? I can't see Jayant today. What is? I can't see you. Oh, Jayant, are you there? Jayant Satish. I thought some new fellow has come.